Today we'll be talking about mastering performance benchmarking to get competitive edge across your competitors, right? So, introducing myself, I'm Alif. I've been working at HeadSpin as the solutions and offerings manager since 3+ years. Um, I've been helping customers with various solutions, one of them being a benchmarking solution. So, uh, the main agenda behind that solution is to identify the key KPIs and user flows for various customers, and basically to build a comparative view of their performance versus the competitor performance, and then help areas where they are lagging behind, and to provide insights on how to improve these KPIs or their performance. Though, so the whole setup works like a project to improve the end user experiences of the overall application. So here we'll be starting with a story of a video on demand platform, that is Shudder. And then we'll be talking about how Shudder as an application can expand to various markets uh, by delivering an impactful user experience. Then we'll talk about how Headspin does it. How what are the what's in it for Headspin? How we provide a benchmarking solution across different industries. Then what are the steps involved in basic benchmarking? Then we'll follow with some success stories and some sample dashboards that we have captured across some of our projects. So starting with the story of Shudder application. Shudder application is an American-based OTT platform that's basically focused on video on demand, featuring horror, thriller, and supernatural fiction titles. This is an entity owned by AMC Networks. They began their service only in United States in around 2015, and later they expanded to Canada, UK, Ireland, and New Zealand. They have they currently have 10 million plus active subscribers with an annual revenue of almost 18.5 million per year. So currently, if you look at this industry, there are a lot of competing tools, right? Um, when you think about Netflix, Hotstar, or even Amazon Prime, these are the major players that are booming in this industry. They are very influential, as well as the main reason being they have presence across uh, many locations across the globe. So, when thinking about a genre of horror that Shudder is looking into, um, this specific genre has a very good opportunity in locations like Japan, Korea, India, Turkey, etc., where Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney, etc., are uh, ruling with their reach. So there is specifically a very potential growth opportunity for Shudder across these locations. Now, looking at the competitors, Netflix, Hotstar, and Prime, they are the largest and they are the most used platform across these locations globally. The reason being their exceptional user experience. That is one, and also they serve across many other genres. Then, for a platform like Shudder to grow across these territories, I mean, these locations, for them to scale, they have to provide two basic functions. One is from a functional perspective, it should ideally offer all the necessary features that are offered by competition. For example, some of the key features that you think would be my very simple features but are very effective. For example, Netflix They have user profiles, relevant and personalized content recommendations, easy to search, then to find specific content the customer is looking for, then basic function like skip intro whenever we open a series or a web-based content, then watch parties that help multiple users to watch a specific video at the same time. So basically, these are the functional aspects. And when talking about an experience point of view, it should ideally offer a faster experience to the customers in terms of page load time. If it's a video, then the video streaming should be optimal. It should be consistent across devices. Then there should be minimal loading animations, etc. And it should also perform well across different network conditions. So these are the basic factors that sets initial impression on the users, right? So quantifying these metrics and continuously monitoring these metrics across various devices, various locations is a great challenge for any such company that has a mobile application. So when looking at the challenges or the steps that has to be followed in order to provide a very good user experience, first is to choose kind of metrics. It is always a struggle to identify the right metrics that actually can be measured. um, there is a misconception among companies that metrics like page views or maybe downloads, those are those can be used, but these does not correlate with customer satisfaction. So some of the metrics that correlates with customer satisfaction is say completion rate, or you say page load times, then video quality. These are the metrics that really matters to the customers, and is a um, is a identification of the customer perception of the specific user experience that you are providing. Then it is necessary for a company to have a holistic view of user experience, that too with qualitative and quantitative data, like that has to be built. Often what we see is that one second. Yeah. Often what we see is that the qualitative data, right, that what it comprises of is the perceived user experience. For example, screen might have a lot of blank spaces. These might not be it is very difficult to quantify these kind of matrices. Then um, issues like not all the UI elements getting loaded, or taking a lot of time for a specific element on a screen to get loaded, or be it an image, or it will be in an animation. So that is basically what qualitative data is. Quantitative data would cover the memory used, CPU usage, battery usage across a specific time. So these are the metrics that can be actually measured, right? It can be directly measured from the mobile device or the specific device from which it's being tested on. So integration of these user experience data into a centralized system, and viewing all of these data into in a dashboard, that would be easier for anybody to consume, and then to make sense out of the data, and do a root cause analysis accordingly. So that is the basic basic uh, path of action that needs to be followed. Then once all these metrics are captured, it needs to be benchmarked across various competitors. Say that Shutter app has done all of these. They have identified the right set of metrics. They have created a holistic view of their user experience, and with that, if they emerge into a market, there is a probable chance that they are lagging behind some of their key competitors, right? Nowadays, when we talk about a specific territory, apart from the large players that are in the picture, there would be local players as well in each of that are specific to each of these markets. So it is very necessary to benchmark your performance to the performance of competing applications. Talking about Shudder, if they want to scale to India, they would have to compare their performance across the ones that are present here. It would include Netflix, Prime, Disney, then Sony Live, Z5, such channels. Once all of these metrics are compared, uh, Shudder would be able to identify where, like, benchmark their performance against the competing tools, and then they can um, do a comparison, do a root cause analysis of where they are lagging, and Headspin itself can provide insights on how this can be improved. Now, talking about continuous monitoring of these applications, once all of these metrics are captured, it is very necessary for a company to collect these data at a regular basis. Once this is captured and it's left behind, then there is no specific use of it. So it's always necessary to implement continuous user experience monitoring with regular check-ins and feedback loops, and analyze the trend, how or where we are when compared with the competitors, and then update or modify the app accordingly. Then obviously the benefits of doing such activities is would be like there will be a lot of business benefits with it. One is the obviously lower customer churn. There would be higher market share for such applications. If you think about Netflix, they offer one of the best customer user experiences when compared to all of their competitors. If you see the page load times, the user experience part of Netflix is very seamless. So yeah, that basically adds to the benefit, right? Whenever there is content streaming on multiple channels, clients, most of them would prefer to go with Netflix, since there is a better experience on that specific platform. So such offering such good user experiences will create a positive brand perception, and the overall customer lifetime value from such applications will be very high. You can reduce your costs. You will have better efficiencies when compared to other platforms. Now, talking about Headspin's benchmarking solution. So the right side, what you see over here is a basic snippet of how peer benchmarking solution works for Headspin. There would be a target application that it could be, say, if you're talking about Shudder app is the target application. Then peer one, peer two, peer three, and peer four could be any other competing applications that they are trying to look into. So it could be Amazon, Netflix, etc. So the screenshots that you see here on the bottom is a part of Headspin's benchmarking activity that we carried out for a specific social media uh, company. So how we deliver these solution is like Headspin solution. What's in it for the clients is that we help clients evaluate the competitive performance. Then we ourselves do monitoring of their business relevant KPIs. We capture these KPIs for the client, and we help them continuously monitor it. Then Headspin ka AI sessions, AI based engine, they capture the issues across these sessions that are run, and it also provides AI based recommendation on how you can improve these issues. So um, sorry Talking about industry specific impacts, like our solution would be like it can be modified according to various industries that we are working with, right? So for a retail company, for them the KPIs that are relevant or the basic user flows that are important would be different when compared with some other industry, right? So for a basic retail application, the major business flow or major user flow um, that is important is for a customer to particularly buy a product. So the overall responsiveness of the application is the most important user journey, or maybe the um metric for measuring performance for a retail or an e-commerce application. So what we do is we proactively help them identify and provide insights to fix issues. Like for them, the relevant issues are low page content, loading animations. Then we also help them do a root cause analysis and to fix the time to launch or open these specific pages for these applications. Then coming to our solution on media and OTT platforms. So there, what we do is the overall performance of the applications, mainly focusing on video streaming quality, like buffering, including audio, video. What Headspin does is Headspin can capture KPIs like VMOS, that is a reference-free metric that will help them compare their video streaming performance without any reference, like against a standard high quality uh, video stream. So basically, the perceived user experience of video streaming will be captured through this VMOS. Similarly, audio quality, other KPIs that we capture are video load times, search response time across different platforms, or maybe like you can compare the performance across locations, devices, networks, etc. So when we say devices, we are not just limited to mobiles and mobiles and browsers, or even tablets. We also cover OTT devices like Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, smart TVs. We also cover DRM protected content evaluation. That's with a specific solution called as Headspin AV solution. Then yeah, talking about telco. So for telco, we have a very wide range of solution. Like benchmarking can be done to compare the quality of your services across locations, across devices, etc. So basically, helps validate the call quality, network quality, um, then yeah, testing under roaming conditions, or um, maybe to compare the performance across 4G and 5G networks, then testing under network throttling conditions, etc. So what we help the telecom companies mainly is when it comes to scalability, right? Telco companies would need to test across a wide variety of locations. So we have presence in 50 plus locations that will help them to easily set up devices across these, like leverage Headspin infrastructure to um, compare or maybe test the efficiencies of their products. Then talking about banking and financial institutions, for them, the most important metrics is to like evaluate smooth transaction experiences for their clients. If you look at India, the major players, I mean, when coming to P2P transaction apps. It is Google Pay, Phone Pay, Amazon Pay, Paytm, etc. So Headspin can evaluate the performance of a specific app in comparison with these applications, and then let you know an overall benchmark where your application stands when compared to these specific applications. So apart from P2P payments, there are other use cases that are relevant in banking and financial institutions, like QR based use cases, QR code scanning, QR code based scanning and payment, etc. Similarly, if you look into different banking applications, right, there are major banks available in India. So they have various channels, mobiles, internet banking. So the performance across these platforms also can be compared, and an overall picture of where you stand can be built out. So for similarly for financial institutions that are doing trading, that are into trading, they can compare the performances before and after specific time, like opening and closing time of market. So during these times, the performances can be evaluated. Now, looking into how we do this. So basically, it's an array of steps. First, we try to identify the key KPIs and the key user flows that are relevant for our client. Then we automate these scripts, create these scripts for the clients. And then we also, along with this, we try to identify the KPIs and the custom dashboards that the client specifically wants, so that all of these will be created. And then once all of these are created, and when it comes to creation of automation scripts, either Headspin does it, Headspin can do it, or if the clients have the infrastructure to, or capabilities to build these, then they can create the automation scripts. It can be then executed on devices. So while execution of these tests on Headspin platform, if the KPIs are already identified and if the dashboards are built, the while execution, the data will automatically get dumped onto the dashboards, so that you can you can monitor the performance of these KPIs across these dashboards. So basically, identification of KPIs, creation of automation scripts, um, and then execution of these tests on the devices or on the platform. So once the tests are run for your application versus the competing peer applications, those will be automatically, like the dashboards will be populated, and you can have a view of the final benchmarking report. And these benchmark, the frequency of on how or whenever you need these reports, it can be it is flexible, like if you want it in like once in a month, or maybe once in a week, such requirements can be met with Headspin. These are some snippets of few dashboards that we have created for in the past. So first one that you see is the performance or the homepage launch time of few social media applications: Facebook, Host, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. So here, if you see, Pinterest is taking the longest time to load, whereas compared to that, all the other Facebook, Host, and YouTube are in similar lines, right? Similarly, search time um, across these same applications. And the third dashboard that you see here is the performance comparison across two different devices. One is an iPhone 10R and iPhone 6s. So medium end device of Apple and a low end device of Apple. So this can be varied, like it can be created for Android versus iOS, or maybe performance on a browser versus a performance on a mobile app, that can be created. Then it can be compared across geographic locations. Then the last one that you see here is download time calculated for across these applications. Now, if interest, like, have a book a demo with Headspin, and we can help you analyze where your position is with your competitors. So that ends it. Uh, Let me go to the questions. Okay, so the first question is how to combine the qualitative and quantitative experience. How does Headspin provide a combined view, right? So Headspin captures multiple metrics. So one of it is called Headspin Impact Score. What it does is it is a calculation of the overall impact time across a single session compared to the overall duration of that specific session. So that is a metric, a number that will come out. It quantifies the overall user experience of that particular session. So that can be considered as a perceived user experience, where you can see it is a combination of both qualitative and quantitative issues. So in Headspin, the qualitative issues are captured in form of issue cards, um, that can be viewed on a time series, and the results can be obtained on a time series, and where you can easily go and find what is the root cause for that specific issue. So that's how Headspin does it. Then the next question says, are the dashboards flexible? How do you capture custom KPIs? Okay, so basically Headspin has a feature called labeling and annotation function, with which you can create your custom KPIs. Say if you want to, for a retail application, buying a product is a particular user experience, user flow. So if you want to search capture a specific KPI, say from the product search until where the product page is completely loaded, you can create a specific KPI for that. I mean, an annotation for that. It will be labeled, and it will be captured across all the sessions. So that is how it works in Headspin to create custom KPIs. Next question is, how do you capture DRM protected content? Can that be compared across multiple platforms? Yes. So DRM protected content is captured using a setup called Headspin AV platform. So how this happens is, AV box. Um, there's an Headspin appliance called AV box, inside which there'll be a monitor and a supporting device, or maybe a device under test, on which you play the specific DRM protected content, and it would be recorded with a support device. And on the support device, all these metrics would be captured. So that is a complex solution that can be easily used for testing of DRM protected content. It not only covers DRM protected content, it also helps capture device to device interaction. I mean, use cases involving devices to device interaction, like say video conferencing of across two devices, then playing like giving audio commands to a specific device using a smart speaker. So all these use cases can be um, tested using this AV box solutions. So the basic DRM protected content testing is happening in HeadSpin like this. I think then that's the end of it. Thank you. Thanks for everyone.